In case you have no idea what's going on, we are going to do a review about the current event ship, and that's going to be the Temer Heavy Raider. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of the channel supporters out there that are supporting the channel financially, and if you are willing to do so yourself, there is a link in the video description. So this is the event ship. We basically are forced into playing this event on a daily basis for the next 20 days to obtain this beauty, and I think it is definitely gorgeous. It is kind of as you guys read here, it is an alliance part, so it is like in combination with two particular factions. You actually see it right here on top and on the wings itself. This is part of a Klingon and a Romulan working together, making this particular ship. I've read a lot of comments saying that it's not good, it's bad, and some of you are like, no, it is good, it's not bad. So we'll have to, look at it at this particular video and pass judgment if it is good or if it's not good. I kind of like the design, to be honest. It definitely feels like the bird of prey with these wings up here. So there is one thing that I do want to mention up here. Now in Star Trek Online, there are these visuals that I don't really like anymore because there are like a bunch of them. As it is right now, we are over like the 55 versions of different vanity shields that we can equip on various shields. On various ships, changing the layout of these ships a little bit, so that takes a lot of time to make. So I'm going to make a threshold, like a goal for ourselves, so you guys can actually show a little bit of appreciation for these videos that I make. By doing so, I can also get you guys feedback. So I'm going to set a goal for this particular video. If you guys want me to make one of those vanity visual videos review for, showcasing all of the different visuals, get this video all the way up to 300 likes, and then I'm gonna make one, because it definitely takes a lot of time to make those videos, up to 5 and 6 hours, guys, that I need to set aside just to make one of those videos. So it takes a lot of time. Anyway, saying that, I kind of want to make the review about this particular video. I thought it was going to be a little bit cheaper for me. Usually there is a button up here where you can turn in your what's it called, the TFO recommendation items that you basically turn in. It also gives you more days that you have been playing. Somehow Cryptic removed that. Don't know if it's like one of those hidden nerfs that they did, but I have not read anything about that, and there should be a button up here, so it's not going to cost me the full amount. And even though I kind of did 3 days and I kind of need to wait 20 minutes, but then I'm not going to wait 20 minutes because the time for me to record is right now, and this is just, it is what it is. So I'll have to buy this thing from the Zen store, buying it out, because I do want to make a video for you guys, seeing what you guys are going to expect. So yada yada yada, 40 days, yada yada yada. I am going to purchase this. It's going to cost me about $2.5 million or something like that just to obtain this thing. So let me see. What did I spend? I spent 2,500. Yeah, $2.5 million refined deal. That's all right. That's okay. That's the sacrifice that I'm willing to take for you guys. So on the back side, you actually see that there is an anniversary event going on. You got banners all over the place. Make sure to, see what other videos I've been uploading, because I'm kind of like making reviews about all of the events that is going on in Star Trek Online, including like various log boxes and ships that they've just released. The current one is the Zod Vash, and I highly recommend you guys giving that a look over. So as we just did, we actually bought out the event ship. Now I'm going to make that one my current starship and then head over to the customization right there, NPC, and showing you guys what kind of customization we're going to do on this particular ship. So this is that ship that we just unlocked. It is called the Temer Raider Tier 6. Now it came with the option, or with the name up here, AFS costs. All right, so that's going to be it for this video. That's going to be the name that I'm going to utilize with this ship. Now you guys can see it up here, all of the good stuff, and there is also a upgraded version of this particular ship, making your ship a tier 6X, the X version. So you're going to get an extra device slot up here, and also a universal console, and also a new starship trait, giving you overall more starship traits than you can actually utilize with this ship. Now I am going to make this one my current starship, and let's go over here to the customization of starships. So this is how it looks. This is what you and I are going to get within the allotted time, 20 days in a row. As you guys saw, I'm on day 3. So you guys should be in day 17 at the time of this recording. There is only one template that we can use because this is a unique ship. This is like I mentioned, a collaboration between Klingons and Romulans. Now, a lot of speculations has been going on, and I didn't help, speculating myself, because I kind of wanted to, see a crossbreed between the Jem'Hadar and Klingons, or Jem'Hadar Federation, or the Romulans. I just want the Jem'Hadar up there. But as it is, some of you are saying like Jem'Hadar is not part of the alliance, but the Jem'Hadar as a species, as a faction, they did enter the alliance, so they should make us one of those cross-faction, working together with the Jem'Hadar and maybe Federation to make some awesome looking ships. Anyway, moving on with the video, there is no unique interior for this particular bridge, because Cryptic is not making them anymore, and I really wish that they just remove this interior functionality up here. Why have it where you are not utilizing it a lot, or at all, I should say. There's only one window type. Oh, bad choice, Cryptic. Not a lot of customization there. Oh my god, materials also not existent. So we do have different pattern overlays. Columbia, Castopia. Wait, is it not working? Oh, it is working. Aries. I'm just selecting things at random so you guys can actually see different pattern overlays on top of this thing. Now I'm going to choose some weird colors so you can mismatch different components. Let's go with green so it highlights a little bit better. But there is a little bit of customization that can be done on this particular ship. As you saw, just a tiny amount, not a lot. The only thing that you can do is a different pattern overlays, but that's it. And I don't know if you guys want to customize this particular ship a lot though, because it's going to be very small. It's, if it's true to a raider usually are the same format as escorts, so it's not going to be a lot of very big when it comes to size of this thing in space. Now there is also an option for 3D printing. All of the upcoming ships, you can actually have like a real model out of it. I do own a 3D printer these days, and I wish they actually gave me the files that I need to print my own, but that's not how it works, unfortunately. This thing also looks good when it's upside down. Yeah, like this. But then again, these are turning into eyes. You don't want that. All right. Top view, front view, left, rear, bottom, and the right view. And this is how we're going to fly it. So let me cut the video and I'll be right back with a comparison of this ship and the Lucari science ship in space. Here we go. This is space for you guys if you haven't figured it out yet. Big giant planet at the background. But this is the Lucari science ship. And I'm really close to it. It's approximately the same ship length. So it is very tiny, and like I mentioned, this is going to be an escort type ship, but then again even a little bit more maneuverable than those little tiny ships that you guys like to fly, doing a lot of damage output, as you guys normally do and normally deck these things out. And that's definitely okay by me, because whenever I'm playing with you guys can do all of the damage and I can just sit around and be pretty as I always do. But this is how it is, having an engine trail right here. Now this is probably intentional, but you actually see that there is a kind of like a bluish color. I don't know what kind of color this might be, like greenish bluish. Probably teal or something, and we have a red one. Now I don't know if this is going to be an indication like they use the impulse engines up here, or at least the impulse engine right here from the Klingon and the warp shield, or the warp engines from Romulans. Just me hoping that that's going to be like the real thing. But this is how it is. This is the grand prize that we're going to get. This is how it is, how it looks in space, flying over it around, making a little bit of donuts on full impulse. Now there was a question that you guys wanted to see statistics. Now all of the statistics that you guys see here, these are based upon my character, and my character doesn't have any skills to it, so it's just a little bit of traits that I have up here, but that's it. So it turns with a turn rate of 20. So whoa, that's a lot. 32.5 degrees per second, with a flight speed of 24.28 and an inertia rating of 80. With the normal gear standard comes equipped with this thing. Wait, wasn't this supposed to have 2 on the aft? I kind of need to read the information about this particular ship, and I don't think it's up there anymore. No, it is. All right. Here we go. Information. A little bit. I should have done this like earlier, but it's all good at the end. Tier 6 for all faction must complete the tutorial. Hull strength of 1, shield modifier of 1, 5 weapons on the front and 2 on the aft, including the experimental one, so it has room for 3 devices. Console modification, 5 tactical, 4 engineering and 2 science. Very nice. 5 tactical means a lot of DPS, 4 engineering means a lot of survivability options, and 2 for science for crowd control. Not a lot of you guys are doing crowd control anymore, just raw DPS. A base turn rate of 19 degrees per second. Like I mentioned, this is going to be very high, escort-like, and even a little bit better. Impulse modifier 0.2 with an 80 inertia, plus 15 to weapon power. This is definitely going to be a raider. It is screaming all raider all over the place. And also engine plus 5, universal console, the aligned tactics. We're definitely going to take a closer look on that. So we got the universal console slot, or the experimental weapon slot with the experimental repulsor blaster. All right. This thing can load dual cannons, dual heavy cannons, as well as has an enhanced battle cloak. Oh my god. Nice. Improve radar flanking, so plus 33% when attacking an NPC's rear arc, and 11 when you're doing PvP. Starship Mastery Package, precise, what is this? A radar. So precise weapon, tactical maneuvers, enhanced weapon system, enhanced weapon banks, critical severity, very nice. And sniper, that's going to be the Starship trait that we are going to unlock when we are going to unlock this ship and level it all the way to a level 5. A little bit of a backstory right here. The Alliance Raider is a daunting ship that leads fights from the shadow, picking and choosing the moment to make a direct impact. The combined stealth fighting expertise of the Romulan and Klingon Empire are shown off in this ship, which makes it a great use for its enhanced battle cloak, highly maneuverable and commanded seating to dictate the location of battle. Really? Okay, nice. I like that. And spell of the end of some of unfortunate vessels as the second ship designed from the Alliance and one made largely by two often war-torn empires. Oh, I like that a lot. It's a promising sign of the united strength of the Alliance, unified strength of the Alliance. Okay, so this is the tactical universal console. When activated, your starship fires 2 powerful bolts of anti-proton damage at your target and gains a strong boost to weapon shield pen and outgoing damage for a short duration. For up to a minute after activating this console, it can be activated a second time to apply a powerful boost of flight speed, turn rate, and control resist. Awesome. This console will provide a passive boost to anti-proton damage, starship weapon amplification. This console will be equipped with any starship, only one of them at any given time. The Repulsor Blaster experimental weapon deals heavy kinetic damage to the target that increases the distance with a distance from the target. Additionally, each impact of the Repulsor Blaster will push your target slightly away, amplifying the damage dealt by subsequent shots. I like it. Upon reaching level sniper trait, when this is active, your torpedoes will gain a bonus to damage that increases when you're distance from the target. However, you fire a torpedo from at least 5 kilometers per, you gain a boost to critical hit chance for a short duration. Wow, critical hit chance. I'm guessing this critical hit chance is going to be overall, not just torpedoes. Very nice. Yummy, yummy. I like it. I like it. Sorry, this one. So I just show you that the Starship Mastery package, so +5 in accuracy, level 2 +5 defense, level 3 kinetic 10% and energy-based damage 10%, level 4 50% in critical severity, and this is that sniper, the Starship unlockable starship trait. Long range damage is increased +5 to 15%. Bonus torpedo weapon damage increases with distance over target, and 5% critical chance for 10 seconds after firing torpedoes away for more than 5 kilometers. Nice. I like it. This is that experimental weapon. So 180 targeting arc. Oh, that's not good. 180, so only on the aft. 10 kilometer range, 2.5 seconds to activate. Knocks targets back. Dealing an X amount of kinetic base damage, increases with distance from target with 20% shield pen. Not bad at all. If you want to have this do more damage up here, put some points into all weapon damage. Skill tree. The Universal Console, we just read about that, gives you 17.1% anti-proton damage. I like that for all of your weapons. I like that a lot. And also 17.1 Starship weapon amplification that is going to improve the critical hit severity with weapons. Very nice. Dealing critical severity is going to deal more of those higher numbers that you're going to get when you land a critical hit. This is basically the modification of the critical hit. Very nice. This console fires 2 massive blasts of anti-proton damage at your target and grant you significant boosts, buffs to shield penetration and damage. This is only the forward 90-degree arc within 2.5 or 12.5 kilometer range. So you can basically be out of their weapon range and still fire this thing. Nice. Or at least the enemy's weapons range. 2 seconds to activate. 25% bonus all damage for the next 5 seconds. And also 25% in weapon shield penetration for the next 5 seconds, dealing an X amount of anti-proton damage. ×2 because there are 2 bolts that are going to be fired with 50% shield penetration, and also enables the alliance tactics for the next 60 seconds. Oh, this is that second use out of this, because there are 2 activatables. I think I'm getting the idea what this thing is. So you basically decloak from a distance, preferably, you know, like 15 kilometers or something, and then you slowly move into 12.5 kilometer range, and then you fire this thing, and then when you're like in 10 kilometer range where your traditional weapons are going to be having damage, you're going to get like 25% bonus to all damage, and also penetration, shield penetration buff, and then you can basically unleash everything that you have up here, including this one if you are at the back, doing a lot of damage. Now, unfortunately, we cannot move this thing up. It is only usable for the aft. Yeah. Typical Cryptic. But you can use other weapons up here. The universal... why did I say universal? The experimental weapon slot can actually be used. All kinds of experimental weapons. So a little bit of a summary. You guys have, or at least we are going to have 5 console slots for tactical, 2 for science, 4 for engineering, and if you upgrade this one to the tier 6X version with the this thing with the experimental ship upgrade tokens, you're also going to get an additional one, making it for 12 console slots in total. Let me also give you guys a look at the bridge officer station. You have a command specialization right here, a lieutenant command universal, so you can put tactical science engineering up here, and also anybody that has the command skill tree unlocked for that particular character. And then another one for the lieutenant commander universal station as well, so so engineering, tactical, or the science. Another universal, but this one is lieutenant, 2 abilities, and this is an ensign with also a universal with 1 abilities, and this is where it's going to shine out. You have a commander tactical station. Now, unfortunately, if I see it correctly, we only have 1 specialization, command, so this is definitely screaming, you know, like torpedoes. Concentrate firepower is basically like, you know, the skill to have in this particular build. Now, I am going to cut this video at about now, and because there is nothing more to show you. Wait, there is something to show you, but then I have to look it up. That's going to be the Admiralty card. But I'm going to level this thing all the way up so we can unlock the sniper starship trait. And after doing so, I'm going to come back, and then we can do the Argala patrol, showing you guys how nimble and how awesome this particular ship is going to be in combat. So let me look up the Admiralty card real quick. So the Admiralty card of the Temer raider right here, 39 in engineering, 67 in tactical, wow, that's really high, and 20 in science. And you're going to get, if you slot this thing in a project with other ships, plus 8 to tactical per engineering or science ship. Very nice, very nice. So I'm going to level this thing up like I mentioned, and I'll be right back when we're going to unlock this particular starship trait. Now, this is how it looks when you equipped a visual on it, and you guys can guess what kind of visual I'm actually using in the comment section below. But anyway, I leveled this thing all the way to level 5. We unlocked the sniper trait. I also have it slotted up here, so long range damage has been increased with torpedoes at long range, granting critical strike chance when firing torpedoes for more than 5 kilometers away. Now, I am using on my particular build. This is actually not a build video, but just here for stuff and giggles. I am using torpedo spread, giving me the most out of every torpedo because it's going to fire multiple torpedoes. And this is basically what I'm using. Like I always mention, this is not a build video, but this is how I leveled it up. Now I don't recommend you guys using this because this is just for me to level it up. And I also like, you know, put some kind of like universal consoles that I had laying around just to enhance my abilities and special traits. Now I do want to mention before you guys went in the comment section, like previously, you guys are correcting me, have posted already. This particular weapon, the Repulsor Blaster, this thing fires only on the front facing arc. As you guys can see, 180-degree forward facing. Instead, I said this was a aft firing weapon. So we kind of have 6 weapons that are facing forward and 1 aft. Now to go with the with dual cannons as I'm going, I went with a turret at the back. So this thing is a 360-degree targeting arc. So it is kind of like having 7 weapons on the front whenever you're facing your enemy head on. This thing is doing a ton of damage. And this is with my build. Like I always mention, the skills are non-existent in my builds, and I still cut the enemy in half in crazy a low amount of time. With that being said, it's time for us to do the patrol mission. You guys always wanted me to do patrol, so the wanted mission. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, click. And I'm having fun with this thing, to be honest. I'm definitely having more fun than I thought. It's a neat looking ship, only you kind of need to know how to fly it. One tip that I'm going to give you guys right away: make sure that your impulse is always up. This thing is nimble as crazy, and I actually need to be out. You know what? Let's target this thing. Torpedo. Let's see what kind of buffs we're gonna get. If it hits, that torpedo is like gone, and it's gone. Oh, that torpedo is gone. Hit him again. Is that gonna hit? Alright, that's gonna hit. Yep, there goes sniper. Buff for 10 seconds. Very nice. Let's try it again. Does it stack? No, it does not stack. Let me do a torpedo spread, and let me go a little bit closer so everybody's gonna get a torpedo. Ooh, okay, so I already got sniper out of this, and it does not stack. Okay. The ability, or at least the trait, does not stack. Now I have everything set to a key binding, so that's why you guys are going to see a lot of stuff firing at once. And this is with no skills. Look at that. We basically are killing these guys like crazy. Even though we are on normal, it's not advanced or elite difficulty, you can actually see it up here. There is only one bar. Where is it? We are the enemies. The enemies are there. So some of you might ask yourself, why is he using beam overload? That has to do with the where is it? The trait that I'm actually replaced. So you guys might be like, yep, he replaced the wrong trait. Is that trait? I seem to forgot what it's called, but when you fire one particular type of damage dealing, if it's energy based, then torpedoes are going to be enhanced, and if it's kinetic based, then oh, that's going to hit me. Ooh. So this is what I mean. This thing is highly maneuverable, and the time when you are facing the enemy, you kind of need to like stop, be at the enemy, and then dish out a lot of damage like I'm doing right now versus the enemy in its side arc, and then, you know. Oh, the pushback ability, that is this particular weapon. Look, it's pushing it away a little bit. I like that. I like that a lot, to be honest. So it is pushing the enemy a little bit away.
Separate them
So we got a cruiser over here that's gonna go bye-bye very soon. We got concentrate on this guy. So torpedoes are gonna do more damage. Oh, that's gonna hit me. Okay, cool. So on the rear of enemies, you're gonna do much more damage. 33% in flanking bonuses. So make sure you're always at the rear of the enemy whenever you're using a raider that has to do with the type of ship that you guys are, or at least with the classification of that particular type of ships. These guys are dead. Only remains a carrier right here. And this is the special ability, the Universal Console. This thing is going to fire 2 bolts at the target, and they're gonna do some kind of explosion around it, so it's kind of neat to see. So here we go, 3, 2, 1, and click. There it goes, and it's going to fire. Boom! Nice, right? I like it. Now let me target the carrier on the aft section. All of that flanking bonuses. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now the Universal Console is a little bit weird in my personal opinion. I don't know if you guys are going to find it weird as well, but the first time that you activate it is going to fire the 2 bolts that you guys just saw, and then it waits for a second activation. The second activation is going to give you the buff of flight speed and turn rate and all that good stuff. So you're going to be able to move faster, and then it goes into cooldown. So it's kind of weird that way. It waits for you for the second activation before it goes into cooldown. So it is linked. First you fire the bolts, and then you'll, like, you know, start maneuvering really fast and having a lot of flight speed. So that's the way it is. That's the way they have done it. So I showed you guys the Universal Console. I showed you guys the trait. I showed you my build, even though I don't recommend using this as a build. There are probably better build videos out there already, so I highly recommend you guys using those. If you're into DPS, you know, take a closer look at that. I'm not. I really don't care about DPS as long as I'm having fun. And with this particular ship, I do have lots and lots of fun. So I'm gonna do one thing. I'm going to group everybody in my vicinity. Gonna use the sentry mode. Gonna use that one, this one. Gonna spawn in some Klingons. This one, that one, this one, and heal myself a little bit. And you guys see nothing, just white, but you can see all of the yellow numbers going up and up. So it's kind of killing everybody in this vicinity. Just like that, very crazy, like, and insane, like. Now, unfortunately, in this state, I'm unable to fire at enemies, so I kind of need to go away. So all of these guys are leaving. Bye. Thank you so much. But like I said, this is not, all of these buffs are not part of the of this ship. By the way, this is just, you know, buffs that I have, or Universal Consoles that I had. So the Temer Raider, that is the Alliance one from Klingons and Romulans working together on this thing. I like it. I definitely enjoy playing with it. Definitely enjoying the small turning circle. It's like crazy. But then again, it is a raider, so it should be highly maneuverable. Make sure that you have something that is going to dish out a lot of DPS in the forward facing, because on the aft facing of this ship it's not going to be enough for you to do any damage. So I am definitely interested in how you guys are going to build it. Let me know in the comment section. Maybe you guys can teach me here and there some, giving me some tips and tricks. as you guys always do. That's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys are going to have some kind of knowledge entertainment coming out of my channel, and as always, I would love to see you guys on the next video. Later.